Yo, Knicks Nation, we are less than an hour away from the NBA trade deadline, and we have some rumors to talk about. Apparently, the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls are talking about a trade. I don't know how reliable this source is. I saw the report. I don't know if this is really happening or not. But a trade will be happening or won't be happening in the next 50 minutes. And we're going to be live until the end of the trade deadline. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA trade deadline is happening. There's so many freaking trades happening right now on Twitter that is being reported from Woj and Shams. It's really hard to keep up with everything, man. We got a donation from Kevin right out of the gate. Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate you, my man. Good afternoon. Would you rather have OG or Bridges if you were the Knicks? I'd rather have Bridges. Give me Bridges for the sole purpose of the Villanova crew getting back together. How awesome would that be? Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I have not heard any report or any rumors about that, but hey, anything can happen at the last second. You never know. So, Kevin, I do appreciate the $5 as always, my friend. Really does help out the channel a ton. If you guys can do me a gigantic favor, hit that thumbs up button on your way into the show. As we are just getting started here on the NBA trade deadline special, Eric Gordon is going to the Clippers. Okay. There's a lot of news that we have to break down here in the channel. Again, Kevin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Bring Wardy on here. I wish Robert. He is on a little vacation right now, so unfortunately Wardy can't make it to today's show. But we're going to be live here on Twitter. We're going to be refreshing it together. Apparently, the Warriors are interested in OG Anunoby, so that is definitely something to keep an eye on for. Are the Warriors going to get OG? Are the Knicks going to get Zach Lavine? So first and foremost, let's talk about the Zach Lavine rumors. There's also a rumor that the Knicks are interested in Bojan. So there's a lot of players that we could be talking about. The Houston Rockets are acquiring John Wall. Oh my gosh. What's going on? There's so many trades happening. The Houston Rockets are getting John Wall in a 3-team deal with the Grizzlies and Clippers. All right. There's a lot of NBA news that's to keep up with, man. So let's talk about Zach Lavine real quick. To be honest with you guys, I'm not sure if I'm up for Zach Lavine. It really depends on who we're giving up and what's the assets. If you're telling me all the first-round picks, all the assets that we have acquired throughout this past couple of years was for Zach Lavine this whole time, I don't know if you could sell me on that. But I will say a team, I'll say this. If we can get Zach Lavine without giving up Emmanuel Quickley or RJ Barrett, and they better not be included in the trade, okay? I could be for it. But my issue with Lavine simply is his big contract and his injury prone. That's my biggest concern with when it comes to Zach Lavine. So I'm hopeful that if they do get him, he can play. I mean, we know that he's a walking bucket. We know that he can go out there and make some things happen when the ball's in his hands. But we'll see if that is something that's going to happen or not. I honestly don't see the Knicks pulling off this trade. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm refreshing Twitter right now because the news is happening all over the place. Let me know your guys' thoughts about Zach Lavine. Are you down to trade for Zach Lavine? If so, who you want to give up? Would not want Lavine, rather OG, rather have defense than another ball-dominant player. That's what I'm saying, Kevin. I don't think, and that's something we have to keep in mind. We have a ball-dominant point guard in Jalen Brunson. We have a Julius Randle who is playing lights-out basketball. Like, we don't need someone else to be a ball-dominant primary handler. We need someone that could play off-ball, play defense, be catch-and-shoot wing. And that's not Lavine's game. Lavine needs the ball in his hands to make plays. I know that he's an offensive beast, but defensively, he's not there. So I don't know how I feel about Lavine, man. So, I also, all the people that are apparently up for the trade, like I do not want to trade RJ Barrett. I do not want to trade Quentin Grimes. I do not want to trade Emmanuel Quickly. Those are my 3 personal untouchables, personally. And I really hope that we hold on to those 3. If we have to expend someone, I love you, Obi Toppin, but that would make sense in a trade. So if we can get Zach Lavine and we hold on to RJ, we hold on to Quickly, and we hold on to Grimes, our starting 5 becomes Brunson, RJ, Lavine, Randall, starting Mitchell Robinson when he's healthy, and then off the bench, it would be Quickly, Grimes, Hart. And then if we give up on Obi, I don't know who will be the 4. Jericho Sims and then Hartenstein? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Give up RJ, please. Hell no. Do not give up on RJ. Do not trade him away, please. If we trade for Lavine, then we would have to trade RJ for OG, in my opinion. So you're saying if we trade, I don't think 2 of those is not going to happen. I don't think we can get Lavine and then switch and get OG. I personally don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. So the cool thing about this, guys, is we will find out in the next 45 minutes or so what's going to happen. So to recap what's going on around the league, James Wiseman is traded. John Wall back to Houston. I mean, what's going on around the league? I mean, this trade deadline is straight out of like a movie, man. I mean, it happens every year, but the news is happening crazy right now. So I'm waiting to see if the Knicks make a move or not. We've only made 1 move. The Clippers are trading Patrick Beverley to the Orlando Magic for Mo Bamba. Wait, what? Shams just reported the Los Angeles Clippers are trading Patrick Beverley to the Orlando Magic. The Clippers? Patrick Beverley's not on the Clippers. He's on the Lakers. Was that just a... Okay, now he fixed it. It's the Lakers. Okay, that makes sense. So the Lakers just traded Beverley for Mo Bamba. Wow. All right. The Lakers are making crazy moves right now. This is nuts. I don't know how to keep up with this. But we got how much? We got exactly 40 minutes. 40 minutes from now, we will find out if the New York Knicks make a trade or not. And we're going to be here together reacting to it live, baby. We're going to be here reacting to it live. So the Lakers are reportedly interested in OG just like the Knicks. And I think that if there's someone I want the Knicks to get, it's OG. I would love them to land an OG right there, man. I feel like he would make this team. The defense would take a big step. We need a perimeter defender. I like it. I really, really like it. I also feel like looking at all the trade compensation around the league, I feel like we gave up a little too much for Josh Hart. I mean, we gave up a protected first-round pick and Cam Reddish for Josh Hart. And then I see all these other teams getting starters for, like, multiple second-round picks and stuff. Do you guys know what I'm, like, how do you feel about that? I don't know. You guys know what I mean? Did the Knicks overpay for Josh Hart? I mean, I like Josh Hart. I'm happy about the trade, but I don't know, man. I feel like we gave up a little too much. A first-round pick protected. Whatever. Now, I literally just keep refreshing Twitter, guys, because every time I refresh, I see a new tweet about a new trade that's happening. It was a necessary overpay. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. It was an overpay, but we needed Josh Hart. So Give up on that protected first. The good news is if it is in the lottery, it's ours. And it's top 18 protected. So we don't really have to worry about it too much. If it's I don't know. I just feel like it could have been less than that, but whatever. All right, all right. Give me more news, baby. So Mo Bamba is going to the Lakers. The Lakers are making crazy moves, man. This is one of the craziest deadlines I've seen happen in a while. I mean, there's always trades that happen, but this deadline, for whatever reason, feels kind of nuts. It turns into 4 second rounders. It turns into 4 seconds if it is a lottery pick, right? So say it's a top, say the pick turns into a lottery selection or top 18, then it turns into 4 seconds. That's what that means. He's solid, but not first round even protected pay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we overpaid, but I also feel like it's kind of necessary, and we have a lot of draft picks, so it doesn't hurt to burn one for a solid role player like Josh Hart. But what I will say is they better freaking make a move to balance it, because Josh Hart not going to move the needle. He's definitely a big piece that I think is going to be a big time help for this franchise, especially this season and even next season. But I don't know if we just finish off with that one move. I don't know, man. We need at least another move, guys. So everybody in the chat, please do me a favor. Who do you want the Knicks to trade for? If there's someone and please make it realistic. Don't say someone that's not happening. Let me know right now. Who do you want the Knicks to trade for? And hey, man, I'm not complaining. I like Josh Hart a lot. I'm happy about that trade. I'm just saying we need to make another one. We need to make another one by the deadline, bro. Let's go. I ain't complaining. Let's go. All right, the Spurs are trading Josh Richardson to the Pelicans. Steve Popper just tweeted, latest I've heard is no talk in New York of Zach Lavine, but since there are lots of voices at MSG and everyone seems to be getting traded in the last hour, who knows? Thanks, Steve. Thanks for chiming in. That was really, really good. I like Obi, but if they trade you, I won't complain. So if they trade Obi, you wouldn't complain? Mikal Bridges, he's not getting traded. As much as it would be awesome to get the Nova boys back together, it's just not happening. But I do understand the want for him. I get that. Jordan Poole, okay. Gary Trent, I would like that. I just hit the live. Welcome in, Sam. Zach has a huge contract. Facts. That's why I kind of don't really. When it comes to Zach Lavine, man, that contract mixed with his injury concerns, I don't know. The Lakers and the Pistons are in discussions on a trade that would send Bojan to the Lakers. So we saw a report earlier today from SNY that the Knicks are interested in Bojan Bogdanovic, but now it doesn't seem like that's happening. So we have to see whatever. Oh, Kevin Knox is on the move. The Pistons are sending Kevin Knox to the Warriors as a part of the multi-team deal that brings them James Wiseman. Knox may be moved onto a new team. So Kevin Knox is going to the Warriors, and he might go somewhere else. Our boy Knox. That's funny. Oh my. This is wild stuff, bro. Is this one of the craziest deadlines like ever? Obi is a beast waiting to be unleashed. That is very true. But the problem is we have an all-star ahead of him, so he's never going to be unleashed. That's the issue. But it's like a good issue. And that's the funny thing about this is like it's a good problem to have because the problem is we have someone so freaking good in Julius Randle who's an all-star and putting up career numbers ahead of Obi, which is why Obi doesn't get his full opportunity to be unleashed. So it's like a good problem to have, but it's also unfortunate for Obi Toppin, the individual player, and his personal development. Let's be real. We're not trading for anyone. Well, Josh, you bring up a good point because this is very possible. I think this is possible. No doubt about it. We could definitely be disappointed. But the one thing I will say, though, is every time I refresh Twitter, I see a new trade. So hopefully the Knicks are one of them. They join the party. I'm tweeting right now. Make a move, Leon. Come on. We don't need Lavine. Fact. I mean, listen. The Zach Lavine is a very interesting, polarizing discussion. If I had to make a guess, I do not think Zach Lavine is a Knick in the next hour. I think his contract is too much. I think that he's a ball-dominant player. We need defense. This team needs defense. OG is the guy you go after, not Zach Lavine. It's going to be less expensive. We'll see, man. If I had to guess, guys, I do not see Zach Lavine coming to the Knicks. I don't think that's going to happen. But, hey, your boy could be freaking wrong for all I know. Like, let's go. Let's figure it out. No fake news in the chat. A fake news will be put in timeout. This is the one chance that you cannot be putting fake news out there. I mean, the one thing you could say you can sell me on Zach Lavine is definitely, we do need scoring. When it comes playoff time, Didi brings up a good point, but I don't know, man. This is a good point from Tyler. My opinion on Lavine fully depends on the return. Facts. What are we giving up for Zach Lavine? That's the big question I have. A report, I don't know who this guy is, but Jonathan Macri retweeted him. Bulls aren't as married to Zach Lavine as some may think. 30 minutes to see what the market offers and could continue in the offseason if there's no match. All right. So it definitely seems like the Bulls are at least throwing Lavine's name out there in the market to see what the return they could get. I mean, also the guy that's tweeting about the Zach Lavine and the Knicks stuff, this guy isn't reliable. I mean, I'm checking his Twitter out right now. He has 1,000 followers. He has Twitter blue. Who is this guy? He says he's a Chicago Bulls insider. Who are you? Sammy Hassan. I mean, this guy's the one that started the Zach Lavine rumors. I don't think this is a reliable source, to be honest with you. Unless there's another one. Jay Cowley Hoops. I'm trying to look for the source that is reporting this stuff. That's the one thing you guys got to be careful of at this time is fake news. There's fake news everywhere. Joe Coley, he's another guy that tweeted it out, so he's more reliable. Bulls and Knicks have had discussions for Zach Lavine. Okay, so there's definitely some truth to it. No RJ for Zach. I agree. We need a center. I knew Mitch would get hurt often. It's so unfortunate, man, because that Mitchell Robinson injury was such a freaking fluke, bro. Like his thumb gets fractured by a little. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I see a lot of people asking to trade RJ Barrett. I respect everyone's opinions, but I disagree. Knicks going back and forth on multiple deals for Obi Toppin, according to NBA Trade Report. Now, is this guy's source? Like, this is my thing, bro. Like, who are these guys just making up reports? It's so hard. Knicks are in a good place with each other. All I know is they should keep Toppin. I would love to keep Toppin, man. All I'm doing, guys, is just refreshing Twitter. Oh, makes me sick. Are we going to give up Fournier, D Rose? I mean, we could be done and be content with the Josh Hart move. We were just a day early to the party last night. That's very possible. But I also want to get a move done already, you know? D Rose back to Chicago is something. That would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. Bro, the RJ Barrett slander is kind of ridiculous right now. If I had to say, RJ sucks. RJ is the worst player on the Knicks right now. What? That's crazy. Man's averaging. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys he's having a breakout season or anything, but the man's averaging 20 points and he's struggling in this moment. We all know what RJ brings to the table. He's up and down throughout the season. And at 22 years old, I personally think that he has a lot of room to grow. I think that he's a player that's going to get better and better as his career progresses. And I just don't want to give up on someone that we drafted personally. I think that he has a lot of room to grow. I really believe in his game. I think that he has a lot of development to still have. And I like his game. I think that he is a guy that embodies to be a New York Knick. He wants to be here. And me personally, and it's totally okay. The whole part of this whole dialogue in sports talk is to agree to disagree on some things. But he's not the worst player on the Knicks. That sounds like you have something personal against him. And like RJ Barrett is like not exactly what FG's saying. He's not close to his prime, bro. Like he's 22 years old. Like he's going to get better and better throughout the rest of his career. Why give up on a 22-year-old that is a guy that we drafted who is durable, gets better with age? I mean, listen, man. I'm not going to sit here and say this guy RJ's a superstar or a star or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But the fact that people are saying he's the worst player on the Knicks, and that makes no sense to me. That just sounds like you have some type of personal thing against him. I don't think they're going to trade him. But come on, man. This stream ain't about RJ right now, unless they trade him away. Then we'll really talk about him. But right now, it's about who are the Knicks going to trade for. And if they do trade for someone, the question is who you want to give up. And it seems like a lot of you guys are definitely saying RJ. And I respect your guys' opinions. So if you want to break down the options, Bojan, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Zach Lavine, I don't know if that's going to happen. OG, I don't know. It's really hard to really balance it out, to be honest. I'll ask this question, guys. How would you feel if the Knicks don't make another move and they're content with their move from last night with Josh Hart? You guys happy? You guys upset? Let me know your thoughts. Kevin with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Kevin says, my only problem with RJ is he's forced to be a catch and shoot guy. Be nights where he shoots 2 for 9 from 3, and that's not his game, and those games happen often. Yeah, I mean, the perfect example was against the Miami Heat. Jalen Brunson was out, and when Jalen Brunson was out with a non-COVID-related illness, they gave RJ Barrett the chance to be the primary ball handler in that game, and he absolutely attacked, dropped 30 points on the Heat, and that was all inside. He was 0 for 5 from 3 in that game, but he still dropped 30 points, all of his points in the paint. By the way, the Miami Heat are the best defense against the paint. So that was a game where Brunson wasn't there, taking the ball out of his hands. He put the ball in RJ's hands. There it is. And that's just me saying that you give RJ the chance, he will thrive. Now, Brunson's next game, he drops 40 freaking 1 points. And I was at that game in the Garden, electric. By the way, Jalen Brunson needs to be an all-star. Jaylen Brown might be out. Well, I think he's going to be out of the all-star game. They better announce that my man Brunson is the replacement, bro. Okay? He better. Kevin, I do appreciate the $10, my man. All right, so we are 20 minutes away. Why do I feel like nothing's going to happen? All right, we have another trade, not Knicks related. The Hornets are trading Mason Plumlee to the Clippers. Wow, the Clippers are freaking active, dude. Carl's spitting facts right here. Before RJ got hurt, he was hooping, but folks forget that. 100%, man. I was so pissed when he had that injury, man. He was on a tear. He was on a tear. And people forget what he was doing last year after the New Year's, bro. That man was averaging over 23 points per game. I just don't get why Knicks fans are so quick to just write him off. I mean, it's whatever, but RJ is definitely, after returning from injury, he has not been playing his best ball. And especially on the defensive end, he's been struggling this season. That's no doubt about it. I'm kind of curious so he got hurt in that Mavericks game. I kind of want to go check something out real quick. So how do I come on, give me game by game, please. There we go. So just to give you a little breakdown of RJ Barrett before he got injured, his last 10 games before his injury, when the Knicks were on that 9-game winning streak, by the way, 26 points on 50% shooting, 27 points on 43% shooting, 22 points on 47% shooting, 27 points on 45% shooting, 24 points on 52% shooting, 30 points on 58% shooting, 44 points on 70% shooting, and then he gets injured against the Mavericks. And then after that, he returns 27, 17, 13, 32, 21, 23, 30, 16, 19, 24. So His efficiency has been a little better this season, comparatively speaking to last year. His biggest issue for sure is the defense. His defensive efficiency, his defense has been taking a step back, and I understand all that. But the fact that people say that this man's trash, the fact that people say he's the worst player on the Knicks, I cannot get behind that. I'm sorry. I just can't. For whatever reason, he hasn't been the same player since returning from the injury. All right. Any other news? Come on. Less than 20 minutes to go. And of course, I can't just read point score. You're right, 100%. But I just wanted to remind you guys that he was playing very efficient basketball before his injury. That was my point in that. So the fact that people say that he's bad, I just can't get behind that. But whatever. I'm not here to negotiate with this. I'm here to talk about the NBA trade deadline. Come on. Because we're almost 15 minutes away, and it seems like nothing's happening, man. Quickly is balling, bro. Emmanuel Quickly is balling. That's my guy. I'll never forget, I bought Quickly's jersey like after one of his first rookies games. I was like, yo, Emmanuel Quickly, that man's going to be a stud. I've been waiting for a while for the Knicks to draft their own guard that can shoot like that. And it's really awesome to have him as like not even being talked about in the trades, right? Because we heard a lot of trade rumors with Emmanuel Quickly over the summer, and I was not down to trade Quickly. So it's good to hear that the fan base seems to be on the same page. Do not trade Quickly. And more importantly, the Knicks front office is on the same page. We're not trading Quickly. That's a breath of fresh air, man. I do not want to see that man go anywhere but the Knicks. And shout out to Quickly's defense, though, because that's a big reason for his success. He's got to start hitting his threes, and he did against the Magic, which is a good sign. And I think that's the next level to his game. So we're around 15 minutes away to the deadline, guys. How are we feeling? We have over 200 people tuning in right now. If you guys can do me a solid, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's go. Let's go. So there has been a lot of trades happening all at once. And now we're sitting here trying to figure out if the Knicks are going to be making a move or not. The next 15 minutes, we will find that out. We will find that out. Let's go. Salute to everybody in the chat, baby. Let's get it going. Everybody, hit that thumbs up button because that thumbs up button's going to manifest a Knicks trade. A good Knicks trade. I don't want a bad trade. I don't want the Knicks to make a trade and I get pissed about it. I want to see a trade and be hyped about it. So hit that like button, and that's going to be our manifestation for a trade in the next 10 minutes. Come on. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get it going. Let's get it rocking. I just keep refreshing Twitter. It's like unhealthy at this point. But I know that every single NBA fan in the world right now is doing the same exact thing. So, nothing yet. Guys, also stay away from the chat from news. Anybody reporting stuff in the news, don't listen to it. I'm going to try to make sure I give you guys the legit news because there's a lot of fake news happening right now. There's less than 15 minutes to go. Shout out Avery. So according to the report on Zach Lavine, is they were talking last night. The negotiations fell through, and then they started the negotiations up again today, according to the report. So we'll see. Ugh. All right. All right, all right, all right. So the latest news, I think, is Mason Plumlee to the Clippers. Other than that, we're still waiting. Give me Bojan. I'm down for Bojan Bogdanovic, guys. I am down for Bojan. Alan Hahn says he's heard rumblings, but he can't confirm anything yet. Rumblings about what? Why am I blocked by incarcerated Bob? That's interesting. Okay. Report the Hawks plan to keep John Collins. Okay. What did I do to you, incarcerated Bob, for you to block me? I never tweeted at you in my life. People are tagging me in one of his reports, and I don't even know what it is. But that man is not reliable anyway. Knicks are not going to make another move, just like last year. I do remember that last year. Any of my OGs remember the stream last year at this time? I was live for the deadline, and we were doing the same thing, and they did not make a trade because the Cam Reddish trade happened weeks before. So we are around 11 minutes to go. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What are we thinking? Are they not even going to trade away Rose? Fournier? Man, this is frustrating, man. Knicks fans, all we want is to see something, right? But at the end of the day, man, we did get to see them make a trade. So let's not sit here and make it sound like they did not make a trade, because the trade that they did last night, I like a lot. I do like the trade last night a lot, and I do want to say that because I think Josh Hart reuniting with Jalen Brunson, also reuniting with Julius Randle, by the way. They played together for the Lakers. I like Josh Hart a lot. So maybe the Knicks are content. They want to hold on to their assets. They don't really like the market. And they'll go into the offseason with their draft picks to make a trade. I don't know, right? And that's what I want to remind you guys. We made a trade. So if we don't make a trade in the next 10 minutes, remember, at least we got Josh Hart. And I know that Josh Hart's not going to make it sound like he moved the needle. Hey, Josh Hart just tweeted, so when are we doing dinner? At Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. And he's tweeting at Mikal Bridges because he's on the Brooklyn Nets, so they're all in New York. So everyone's going to say, oh, get Mikal to the Knicks, but that's not going to happen. The Blazers are trading Gary Payton II to the Warriors for 5 second-round picks. Wow. That's a lot of second-round picks that are being dealt right now. Five second-round picks. Come on. The Warriors are routing Kevin Knox to the Blazers. So that's where Kevin Knox ends up. So Kevin Knox and Cam Reddish. What are the odds of that? The man we traded Cam Reddish for, now they're on the same team. Cam Reddish and Kevin Knox. That's hilarious. Got to tweet that. So Kevin Knox ends up with the Blazers. So now he's reunited with Cam. Well, not reunited. Sorry. He's not reunited. That's who we traded to get him. I find that funny. So I don't know, man. I'm losing any hope that something's gonna happen. I'm missing all your great comments. Sorry, Kelvin. My eyes are glued to Twitter right now. What have you been saying? What have you been saying? I'm missing my man Kelvin. The trades for big name players deplete our bench and our salary cap. Kelvin's content on not making moves. That's what it sounds like to me. The immortal Kevin Knox. My man Kevin Knox. That's hilarious. Who's gonna get more? Who's gonna get more minutes? Knox or Reddish on the Blazers? Wait, I just saw an Ian Begley tweet. Where did it go? Come on. I saw Begley pop up and then it disappeared. It said something about Zach Lavine. Okay, Ian Begley says on Zach Lavine, Knicks communicated to someone earlier this afternoon that trade for Lavine was highly unlikely to happen. So there you go. Zach Lavine to the Knicks is not happening. That means we go like this. Ready? Say goodbye to Zach Lavine. 3, 2, 1, goodbye. Bye. You're not coming to the Knicks. I'll say it again. See you later. Want to do one more time? All right. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Zach Lavine. You're not coming to the Knicks. He ain't coming here. I didn't really want you. So I'm not really that upset. Not gonna lie. Didn't really want Zach Lavine, to be honest with you. Ian Begley just said that it was highly unlikely. I'm content with that. I'm not upset. But still make a trade though. We still want the trade to be happening though. What are these images of? Here, I'll put a slideshow of some now I'll put a slideshow of just some Knicks players. Uh-oh, I accidentally put everyone's least favorite player on the Knicks up there. Okay, good. It switched to Brunson, so you guys don't attack me. Richie, get RJ Barrett off the screen. That man sucks. You guys are funny. Okay. 5 minutes. It's a fish. I'm not expecting anything, guys. I'm not expecting anything. I ain't expecting anything, man. Is Obi going to be traded? I kind of hope not. Okay, guys. We're refreshing Twitter. Remember, last year, this was the same exact thing as last year, bro. I remember this vividly. We're not even going to trade away freaking Fournier. I mean, give Fournier his flowers, though. When his name was called, that man stepped up when we needed him to. Come on, Twitter. Bless me with something. Come on, Woj. Remember, even after 3 o'clock, there could be some finalizing deals that can get reported a couple minutes after the fact. I'm honestly, if there was one trade I'm shocked the Knicks are not making is shipping off Derrick Rose. I honestly thought that he'd be out, to be honest. I thought the Knicks would trade away D Rose, but it is what it is. I'm not saying I wanted him gone or anything, but I expected that to happen at least. So we have 2.5 minutes. Just keep Fournier for insurance. Could be down for it, man, because you got to give Fournier his credit, man. He is handling this season like a freaking professional would, bro. He was starting. Remember, don't forget, Fournier was a starter. Start off the season. Head to the bench. Now you're out of the rotation. Handle it beautifully. When his name's called, when RJ was sick, he steps in there, has a phenomenal game, helps the Knicks beat the Sixers. So I'm okay with keeping Fournier for insurance, no doubt. Yeah, so it's looking very unlikely that the Knicks are about to make a move. I feel like if they would, it would have been announced by now. Like, why would he be waiting until... But a minute and a half to go. I mean, I don't know who this Jake Weinbach guy is. To be honest with you, don't know who you are. He's an NBA analyst and writer. He tweeted a couple hours ago that the Knicks are reportedly focused on acquiring Zach Lavine in the framework of a potential deal. Chicago would receive Fournier, Rose, Grimes, Toppin, and 3 first-round picks. Yeah, right. No, thank you. I'm very happy we're not getting Lavine if that's what it would have costed. Just saying. You do not give up on Grimes, Obi, and all those picks. No. Come on. We're in the final minute. We should have kept Burks. Been great with the second unit. Hey, man, we needed quickly to take over. I'm okay with Burks not being here. I love Burks. Great Nick. I won't say great. Good Nick. All right, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. NBA trade deadline has passed. Now we wait to see if there's a couple of deals happening, finalizing that they're going to report. Another year of the Knicks doing nothing at the deadline. But you can't say they did nothing because they made their trade last night. So that's something you got to keep in mind. They made a move last night. It would have been the same thing if all of a sudden we found out just now the Knicks made a trade for Josh Hart. And it would have felt a little different because it's at the buzzer. But it definitely seems like the Knicks are not making a trade. So, you guys happy about that? You guys want them to make a trade? Seems like they made their move with Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson's pumped up about it. We should be pumped up about it, and we move on. And let's go make a push in the playoffs, man. Or let's go make the playoffs. How about that? So Obi stays, Rose stays, Fournier stays, RJ stays. Sorry, guys. I know all you RJ fans. Oh, sorry, not fans. All you RJ people wanted him gone so bad. My sincere apologies to all you guys. But RJ is a Knick, baby. Come on. I'm kind of shocked that D Rose, Fournier, and Toppin survived. I thought at least one of those three was gone. I thought at least one of those three guys was gone. But they hold on. The only guy that's gone is Cam Reddish. So we traded away Cam Reddish and are protected first for Josh Hart, and that is it. All righty then. So are you guys happy about this? Or what? Could there be another move to be announced? Yes, there could be buyouts. There could be other things. We'll find out, man. Josh Hart also is under contract for next season, so that's something to keep in mind. This was deja vu all over again. But seriously, though, we cannot pretend that the Knicks made no trades because they did make a trade last night. So are you guys content with the Josh Hart move? Do you think that was enough, or do you feel like they missed out an opportunity to get someone else? Are we better now than before? Yeah, I think we are. I think Josh Hart makes us a better team. I think he does. Does he make us a world championship contender? I don't know. But he definitely adds depth. He adds a guard that can help rebound, help play defense, hit some shots, help out with the chemistry with Jalen Brunson. And that's really it, man. So there's no last minute news coming in. Guys, please go smash that like button and subscribe and hit that bell. Let them know, Kelvin. Thank you so much, Kelvin. We appreciate that. I think they're good. Me too, Christian. So what Tibbs doing now? 10-man rotation, or is McBride heading to the bench? Yeah, I prefer McBride not headed to the bench. I feel like I've seen a lot of growth from him these past couple of weeks. We know that his offense has been a struggle for him in year number 2. It always has been. But it's going to be very interesting to see what the rotation is going to be with Josh Hart. That's for sure. Let's get the likes to 150. You heard the man. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's go. Our team is good now. This is what we need, Joey. I love it. McBride should be playing. I agree. McBride's defense is so valuable on this team, man. I don't care if his offense is trash. Even though he has been playing better offensively the past couple of weeks. He had like 12, 14 points one game. Hit some timely clutch shots. And don't forget, against the 76ers, he finished the game. It was Evan Fournier, Deuce McBride, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and I believe Jericho Sims as the 5 on the floor to finish off that game in the clutch. So I don't know if Deuce is headed to the bench. But the Knicks were a day early. So we didn't have to worry about a trade today. The trade happened last night. It is what it is. The deadline has passed. Yes, it has. McBride defense is elite. Let him know, Germ. Yes, it is. This GM was hired to drastically improve the roster, and he has done jack shit. Well, what do you have? I can't really rebuttal on this. I mean, he hasn't really. You got to give him credit for Brunson. Does he get credit for Brunson yet? When does he get credit for Brunson? I'm not telling you that he's done a phenomenal job, but does he get credit for Brunson? Because remember, during the offseason, during the summer last year, when all the reports were coming out that the Knicks are going all in for Brunson, I remember a lot of people, including myself, that were like, Brunson, really? That's who we're going to go all in for? Leon Rose was right about that. Leon Rose was right to go all in on Jalen Brunson. And now the next step for Leon Rose to prove to be the guy, because he hasn't proved it yet, to be able to build a championship contender. How can you get the superstar to this team to take us over the hump? And who is that superstar? That's the next step. I don't know when that's going to happen. No one knows, but he get credit for Brunson if we top seed, 6 seed, in second round playoffs. I can get on that. Thank God we didn't trade RJ. Facts, Hugo. I'm with you there. Next year, they will win more close games. No, Larry, we're going to do that this year. How about that? We're going to start winning those close games at this season, and we're going to be a top 6 seed. We're going to make the damn playoffs. We're going to make a push. Believe it. Believe it. Knicks need a Durant type of player to be championship contenders. Their big men can't shoot. Yeah, I mean, we all know that they are a superstar like Durant away from being a championship contender. We all understand that. We have an all-star in Randall. I would say, I wish I could say we have an all-star in Brunson already. Like, that's so ridiculous that the man's not an all-star. We have 2 all-stars. I don't care that Brunson's not actually in the game, where he should be, by the way, because Jaylen Brown got injured and he might not be playing in the game. But I'm going to keep saying that the Knicks have 2 all-stars, because I think we could all agree that that man, Jalen Brunson, deserves to be an all-star. Okay? So, would you guys get on board with me saying 2-time all-star? Or not 2, well, Randall's 2-time all-star, but we have 2 all-stars on this team. I'm down to start saying that. So do you start Hart and bench Grimes or what? I would prefer to keep Grimes in the starting lineup. I like Quentin Grimes. I think that he provides a big impact to this team. But at the same time, the idea of Brunson and Hart on the court together does kind of make sense. But I would prefer to keep Grimes in the starting lineup. That's just me. But there is a chance that Hart starts. No doubt about it. Yes, closeout games. We need top 4 seed. That would be nice. Do you know what's going to get us the top 4 seed? I'll tell you what would need to happen. Very simple. We need to go on a big win streak at the end of the year, just like 2 years ago. Don't forget, what made us a 4th seed 2 seasons ago. We were literally 2 or 3 games below 500 in March. We beat, I'll never forget it. The game that RJ Barrett positive stuff. RJ Barrett haters, close your ears. But the game against the Memphis Grizzlies, when RJ Barrett took over the game in the 4th quarter, dropped 15 points, had the game-tying shot to force overtime, and the Knicks beat the Memphis Grizzlies. They were 3 games under 500 in that game. They won. And then that was the first victory of that 9-game winning streak. And then they went on to win 9 in a row, and that propelled them into the 4th seed all of a sudden. And that was at the end of the year. And then the Knicks were the 4th seed. So I'm not saying history is going to repeat itself, but it would be nice. The Knicks did go on a big win streak this season, so they do have it in them to go on, get hot. They also have been cold this season where they can get cold and lose a lot. But I think that what's going to make this Knicks team a top 6 seed is if they can get hot at the right time, because that's what it's all about, guys. In any sport, you could talk about baseball, you could talk about football, talk about basketball. The best teams, the ones that are the most successful in the postseason, are the ones that get hot at the right times. And when's the right time? Now, at the end of the year. We're in the final stretch. I don't know exactly how many games are remaining, but I'd assume around 25-ish. So when there's 15 games left, 10 games left, that's where we really have to start getting hot and win those games, man. Because you want to go into the postseason with some momentum, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's go. We will see what happens, man. I'm excited to see the Knicks take on, they got the Sixers again tomorrow, right? This time in Philly. Let's go make that Philadelphia city pissed off, because they're going to lose they're going to lose Friday, and then the Eagles are going to lose the Super Bowl, and then Philadelphia, the city, is going to be really upset this weekend. Let's go. We'll start it off early. We'll give them a nice little L on Friday night with the Knicks, and then they're going to get an L in the Super Bowl, and the Philadelphia city and the Philadelphia faithful, they're not going to be happy. How about that? They got the Phillies in the World Series, L. They're going to have the Eagles in the Super Bowl, L. And listen, I know the Eagles are the favorites, by the way. I'm not saying they're going to lose easily, but I'm hoping they lose, right? Hoping they lose. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show here. We just hit the hour mark. Thanks for tuning in to the Knicks Media NBA Trade Deadline News stream here on the channel. If you guys are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on your way out as well. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the show. We got a lot of Knicks content coming your way throughout the rest of the season, heading into the playoffs, because we're making the damn playoffs this season. Come on. Manifest that, baby. We are the 7th seed. We're only a half game out of that 6th seed. We're coming for you, Miami. We're also coming from the Brooklyn Nets after the Brooklyn Nets traded both Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They definitely got a man in Cam Thomas who's balling out of his freaking mind. But the Nets are on a 2-game losing streak. Let's hope that they plummet so the Knicks can leapfrog them. That would be a big time for the New York Knicks in the postseason. So I'm going to wrap up the show here, guys. Thanks for tuning into Knicks Media. Really do appreciate that. Stay tuned for more Knicks content, of course. And I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go, Knicks. And thank you, Kelvin, my man. I appreciate all the support. And thank you to everybody else that tuned in, bro. Love you all. Let's go Knicks. Peace.